All right, West Coast, welcome back. It is 19 minutes to 4 o'clock, and in a few hours at the Black Rock Oceanfront Resorts Float Lounge, you will be hearing Kevin Kane playing some acoustic guitar and singing some tunes. Kevin, thanks for joining us in the studio here, first of all.
Oh, my pleasure.
How did you enjoy your drive from, actually, Port Alberni last night? I was going to say
That's
Vancouver.
right. I always enjoy it.
Yeah? Where were you playing in Port?
I wasn't. I was staying with my dad's wife out there.
All right.
Visiting.
Sounds a little scandalous, but I won't get into details at all.
No,
Well, so Kevin, let's talk a little bit about while you're out here on the West Coast, you're traveling, touring. You referred to it as a Goodbye to British Columbia tour.
Yeah, I'm moving out to Toronto in September, so...
Gonna go out there and try to be a rock star?
Well, no, I'm moving out for personal reasons, So I wanted to line up a whole bunch of shows here because I don't know when I'll be back.
Take in as much as you can.
Yeah.
And you ended up hooked up with the people at the Black Rock. That's a great gig. I know there's been a lot of people that have come through that have just been, it's just amazing to stay at that place and play a show and have a good time with those people.
Absolutely. I played there on New Year's, and it was really great. So happy they had me back.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you could come out. I'm glad you could join us here in the studio. We're going to talk, let's talk about some other things before we talk about that show a little bit more. Grapes of Wrath, obviously, that's where I think a fair number of the people will recognize you from, and one of the tunes you're going to play for us a little later here.
Right.
Big news from the Grapes of Wrath.
Well, the original three of us are back together, rehearsing again. We've only had one rehearsal, but we're playing a festival in Surrey, BC on July 18th, and that's going to be our first show as a band in 18 years. 18
years, wow.
Yeah.
So is that kind of, I don't know, to me that would be kind of a nerve-wracking sort of situation, just the idea of like going back and doing it again, or is it a comfortable thing? It's like, I'm back with the guys.
It's super comfortable. We got together for our first kind of tentative rehearsal, and second song in, we were like, we should be doing this in front of an audience. It was like, it's bizarre how quickly it all kind of came together.
Yeah, so I guess you played those songs together for quite some time in the early 90s.
I guess that's it. It's like muscle memory or something. Yeah. We were kind of surprised. It was like we were sort of 85% there. We were, missing some of the drum fills, and I need to relearn some of the lead parts. But other than that, and and a few lyrics here and there. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Cool. So that's exciting news in and of itself. Some people have to head out to Surrey to check that festival out. Is there information if people, maybe in that 18 years of not playing, have maybe lost touch with the Grapes of Wrath? Is their websites still active for getting information?
Chris, the drummer, is a web designer, and he's, I just got an email, he's working on a website right now. We just did a photo shoot, so that'll all be coming together in the next while. We're not treating this as a one-off show. It was kind of the impetus to get back together, and we went, wow, this is really fun. So we're now represented by the Pecan agency, and we're looking to do shows. All
right, so we could maybe see you at the Legion a little later in the
possibly
year or next year or something.
Possibly. We'll see what comes out.
All right, cool. Let's talk briefly to another show that people might recognize you from, or another group, Leroy Stagger. You were through with Leroy. I don't know how he's in Lethbridge now.
That's right.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
I'm from Medicine Hat.
Well, he's lived in Lethbridge for I think about 3 or 4 years, 3 years at least, and that was almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah, well, I think that was when we first met, and I'm glad that you could come back, and I'm glad that you're in here to play some tunes.
Yeah.
You're playing tonight at the Black Rock. I think people start showing up usually around 8:30 for those sorts of things, and you kick off 8:39, something like that. I don't know. Something like that. We'll call that. There's no cost, there's no cover for any of this stuff, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You got a tune you'd like to whip? You got the beautiful Larrivee guitar there.
Yes. Well, thank you. I actually worked for the Larrivee factory for almost a year, and right before I left there,
you stole a guitar.
I stole a guitar. That's right. I like those, the story about guys who'd steal a Jeep in pieces.
Yeah, one piece at a time.
Stole it in pieces and then reassembled it later.
I guess they taught you how to do that,
One
right?
splinter at a time. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, what do you want to play for us here, Kevin?
Well, I'm going to do an old Grapes of Wrath song that hopefully folks out there listening will go, "Oh, that guy," and then we'll come on down and hear more songs.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Take it away.
Hours of hiding spent apart, a wall is all we'd share. About the closest you could get, about all I would bear.
tell me all the things I wasn't would have made this big a difference to all the things you are. Years of listening, taking in, to one day take away from all the guilt and pity I could barely keep at bay. Don't tell me all the things I wasn't would have made this big a difference to all the things you are. Time apart I've realized a name's the most we share, but unlike you there's no way I could spend forever there. Don't tell me all the things I wasn't would have made this big a difference to all the things you are.
Groovy, thanks, brother.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Kevin Kane playing tonight at the Black Rock Oceanfront Resort in the Float Lounge, and you'll have some of the discs. You've got a couple of discs.
I have some compact discs, yes.
Yes, so
Yeah.
People will be able to pick those up there. Anything else we should be talking about here? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, you got a story. Yeah, is there any place really bizarre you're going on this farewell to BC tour? Is like I haven't been up to some place in BC
I guess you Clueless folks would remember. I'm horrible. Now I've started the story and I can't remember her name, but her and her husband ran the bookshop in down in Ucluelet.
Wild Heather Books down there. Yeah,
yeah, and they used to book shows there anyway. They've got a schoolhouse in Weimar where they have shows. That's near Nelson and the Kootenays.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know. Nothing super weird. Like I'm not playing a submarine or any of that. Any of that stuff. Oh, there's another band I can plug. I'm in a group called Stellar Band of Neighbors now, and that's with who else in that band? Wickham Porteous, Johnny Fay on drums. Who's from the Tragically Hip.
Yeah.
Stephen Drake, who is from the Odds. Del Cowsill, who's folks might know because of his dad being in the Cowsills. He sang, Hair and was it The Rain in the Park and other things, stuff like that. And who else? Simon Kendall on keyboards. He was in Doug and the Slugs. And we have an album coming out this summer, which was recorded live at the one show we played at the Legion in White Rock.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a Legion connection.
Excellent.
So, we're going to be playing shows in August, but I guess that'll be kicking in sometime in the fall. Yeah. So, I'm going to be
sounds like you're a busy boy. Yeah. Doing lots of fun stuff, though.
Then a solo record coming out and sometime in the fall. That'll be just acoustic. I did the whole thing live in a friend's barn.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming in, and if people are interested in checking them out, Kevin Kane tonight at the Oceanfront Black Rock Oceanfront Resort's Float Lounge. There's no cover charge for this event, and things kick off 9 o'clock or so, so show up early and settle in and enjoy yourself. Thanks for dropping in, Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
Take it easy.